Well, hello there everybody, welcome back to some more Diablo 2. Welcome, Outlander. We're in Nightmare! Yay, look at my shitty resistances! God damn, it's so good. I think this character is ready for Nightmare. Let's go ahead and look at the gear. As you can see, I've moved over a couple older Grand Charms I got from Butterfinger. These were just laying around. They were mainly from just, like, Hell difficulty, I think. And they're mainly just life charms. This one I found myself. And so, yeah, they can easily be replaced. Frampt is screaming about something in the background. I don't know. So we've got Spirit. We're using that. Lore. This Cold Skill. I made a Rhyme shield off camera. Obviously, I got all these myself. Main reason I made Rhyme is it does have Magic Find, but it also has All Res and cannot be frozen, so I've kind of rolled with that for now. We still have this staff over here, Razor Switch, but, you know, it's on Switch. I don't really need it. Cow King's Hooves, these are new. Obviously, I got these new in cows. I just really mainly got them for the walk speed and the, you know, Magic Find. I'm still using Naggle Ring. Still using Gold Wrap. This, I mean, it's okay. It's got mana on it, so it's still good. Still using Mage Fist, and, yeah. Let's, show the familiar here, who's still using Biggin's Bonnet, Dimawak, and Hawkmail. But now I can actually get some better items on him. These I might swap over, but it depends. I'm not really worried about it. These are the runes. These are for the next spirit. We can't really make that till Hell difficulty on this character unless I find a Monarch on Butterfinger. Probably best place to look for I'm looking at is probably going to be Pits. So, he doesn't clear Pits quickly. I tried a few Pit runs just off camera. It wasn't very good, trust me. I got like a 10-minute clear. Frampt, quit whining. He's just mad because he wants to go outside after he stole the outside cat's food. It was not fun. So, anyways, this is all the gems. Frampt, come here. Yeah, you're fine. I'm 99% certain. So, yeah, and then we have, of course, all the sets. I've done what I did with Butterfinger, and these are just the amount of rares. Just some unsorted sets. I got Saigons. You always have Saigons, man. You're gonna always have Saigons. And this is just shit I haven't touched. So this is all from, like, killing Diablo, Bale, and Mephisto. I got this last run. Not bad, but we're not playing as a melee character, so it's... well, it's not very good either way. I found this, which is really, really cool. That would be cool if I made a Bozon, but I don't really want to make one right this minute. Alright, so what are we doing, man? Well, we'll have you know. Let's see how we fare in Nightmare. So, I'm gonna go straight to Den. Actually... oh, and you might notice we actually have less mana. That's because I switched over the... what's it called? The staff. The staff was giving us about 100 extra mana, so I'm missing some mana, but it's not a huge deal. So I'm really stoked because I want to see how this character plays. We are in Nightmare, so we can start encountering some immunities. Well, it's not as common in Act 1, but it starts to get pretty noticeable once you start hitting like Act 2 and 3. That's where enemies start becoming like full-on immune. I know the way to get to Den is just follow the path. I'm not that dumb. I've played Diablo 2 long enough to know how to play it. Alright, let's see how we just wreck shop on Den. So it does suck. We got rid of all of our really sick-ass map markers and, you know, all that. The Bale one was really good too. So I'm a little sad, you know, but hey man, you just gotta move on in life, okay? I don't think I'm going to skip most of this because Nightmare tends to go by really quickly. As you can see, we're already just tearing ass through here, so I might be able to do all of Act 1 in one video if I'm lucky. We are level 40 now, which is pretty good. I think that's about as good as a sorceress needs to be. Gear-wise, I think I'm okay. You can see we're not doing too bad on damage. Our cast rate's pretty good. I mean, our follower is really bad. I mean, we're gonna get to Act 2, and then we can swap him out. I always fuck this up. I want the Holy Aura, like, Paladin, if I remember correctly. I know they're not Paladins, but they're based on Paladins. Hi, Frampt, how you doing? You gonna come in here and yell at me on YouTube? What do you have to say for yourself, mister? Nothing? I didn't think so. Okay, we should be pretty close to clearing all of Den out. You see, I love starting Nightmare with a source. It's just so quick. You don't even have to really do anything. But this is also the advantage of having a teleport. If you don't have teleport, well, this is... You gotta take the long way, man. You gotta walk on fucking foot like a heathen. Ew, gross. Look at this fucking ass-backwards bumfuck hillbilly. I don't know, man. People that don't teleport. Fucking who does that? You know what I mean? There was teleport in Diablo 1, if you're ever curious. It was a...
Not enough mana.
Was it just called Sorcerer in that game? I haven't played Diablo 1 in like 3 years. I can't ever remember. Alright, this is ass. We need... Oh, of course, it's the last ones, too. I ran out of fucking mana. Well... To be fair, I got a pretty weird monster roll out there, so it's not my fault. But yes, the main lovely thing about playing, like, Nightmare. I don't have to keep going to Haragoth every single time I want to fucking get potion. Frampt, will you just fuck off for 5 minutes? Pretty please? I don't think that worked. He's just looking around in the hallway like, what? You have cleansed the den of evil. Oh, you're damn right I did. I fucking went in like Mr. Clean and just fucking Swiffered that shit up. Okay, so let's go and... I'm really trying to put points into Blizzard. I want Blizzard to be at least soft pointed up to 20, and then we'll start flip-flopping between the two. Let me close the door, he just opened it. It goes downstairs just to yell even more. Fucking weirdo. It can't be a YouTube video without me having Frampt come in. That means it's a good time. Alright, Kashaya. Or Kashi, the breakfast cereal. I don't know what her name is. Alright, so now we're just gonna go do... Blood Raven. Question, obviously, because you're probably thinking about it. Am I going to play Diablo 1 on the channel again? Well, of course I am. In time, because I was very disappointed in my Diablo 1 playthrough. It just wasn't very good. I mean, I played through as a rogue. I might do another rogue. I always say rogue is actually my favorite character class in Diablo 1. It's the easiest at first, and then you realize how fucking challenging rogue actually is. You're at so many disadvantages. Rogue gets like... Okay, so there's something weird in Diablo 1 if you've never played it, which I highly recommend. Diablo 1 is actually a very good game. I mean, it was innovative. It was like Rogue mixed with like NetHack mixed with like just... Well, if it was anything, it was very similar to Rogue, if you've ever played Rogue. I've played Rogue, I've played NetHack, I've played 5 seconds of Dwarf Fortress and said, this is too much, even for me. So, will you fuck off? I'm just killing enemies right now because I do have the ability to actually kind of get items. This is probably not going to be where I want to be. Oh, it's the burial grounds, okay. So yeah, now, in Diablo 1, you had, like, hard limits of what characters' levels could be, so, like, a sorceress in this, you can just spec... Oh, fucking stand still, you bitch. Anyways. There we go. Fucking get it in you. Let me fucking get frozen, you slippery bitch. Okay. So like in Diablo 1, if you, like play as a sorceress or whatever, sorry, not sorceress, let's say rogue. So rogue was a dex class. Dexterity was the scaling stat in that game for, like range characters. I don't have Deckard Cain. That's what's so awkward. I'm like, why do I feel like I'm missing something? But, Blood Raven. That is actually the name of the rogue from Diablo 1, if you're ever curious. I only know this because I played the shit out of this game. Yeah, she was never given a name. Anyways, so a warrior class in Diablo 1 could spec strength up to like a few hundred or some shit like that, right? And it was really cool. Like, you could just, you know, very easily just out DPS characters, right? You could equip like really good uniques. There was uniques and shit in Diablo 1, but they were just really, really hard to find. And then there was, like, let's say you wanted to use a bow, right? Let's say you wanted to use like a unique bow. You just couldn't use it because your stats couldn't go up that high. It was just an impossible thing. So, like, Sorceress... Jesus, it wasn't Sorceress, it was just Sorcerer in that game. So Sorcerer could only wear, like, a couple hundred worth of strength on him, like, the entire game. That was it. So if you wanted to use armor... Ooh... You had to... Yeah, that's what I thought. I can't get a 4-socket open shield in this difficulty. That's only in Hell difficulty. If you wanted to make, like, a tanks dude, it would be impossible. So, like, Amazon... Jesus, I'm messing everything up, aren't I? So, anyways... Rogue couldn't get as much strength as a warrior couldn't get as much dex as them, and... the magic system was kind of weird. It was like, magic let you equip spells, so it had like old school, like D&D style, and that's how it is in NetHack and Hack as well. It was like, you had to have a certain magic level to cast spells, and then when you had that level reached, you could do it. So there's the... What are you? I don't know what you are yet, and it scares me. Oh yeah, these stones. Please, tell me more. I'm interested and I want to know more. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so like, yeah, you could totally only make characters in a very linear way. Like, a sorcerer could only get like a handful of armors equipped. You mainly used Energy Shield. I don't know what it's called in that game, but it was called Energy Shield in Diablo 2. But in Diablo 1, it was very... like, characters didn't really branch. They kind of just sort of did their own thing, like, and that was it. But, like, the magic of Rogue was you kind of got the best of everybody. Like, you could learn... I think you could learn home teleports, and you could also learn a few other pretty decent spells. I think you could learn Energy Shield as well. So, like, characters could learn magic. Like I said, it's very old school, like, roguelike rules, where it was just based on a hard level. Like, it wasn't actually, like, the class learned it. You actually learned them in books, and if you found books, the books would increase your, abilities, as well. So, like, if you found another tome of, like, Chain Lightning, it would be Chain Lightning 2, basically. It's a really old system. It's, like I said, it's like that in NetHack, so it's not super weird to me, but it definitely is a very stark contrast as to oppose as what, like, actual Diablo 2 would do. Is this Underground Pass? Yes, thank God. I didn't actually check. Alright, this is where shit gets scary, so I'm kind of getting a little bit antsy going in this hellhole. So yeah, I mean... the rogue in that game learned pretty much the base amount of magic, and that was all you really needed. Like, you could learn Energy Shield, but you couldn't learn Teleport. I don't think you could actually learn Teleport. I think you could get, like, staff charges with Teleport, just like in this game, but it just didn't really benefit you that much. But yeah, man, if you wanted to play as a, fucking, like, sorcerer in that game, it started off really, really, really hard. But then, like, I'd say about, like, mid-game, you'd start to just get, like, so fucking brokenly overpowered. Because, number one, it's Energy Shield, man. That was all it took. Let's sell that. That's actually probably good money. Like, dude, energy shield, that's all I gotta say. Like, that was all you use. Use that, and I think it was firewall was really good. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is a fucking scary thing. Wow. And it's mana burn, dude. That could have been really asshole-ish. And a Yo staff. I might consider looking at it. Oh, that's right, we have that bullshit. Oh, god damn it, we don't have Deckard Cain. This is the only thing I hate about beginning a game. It's always a pain in the ass. I should probably put this in the front of my stash so I remember to actually ID it. But yeah, dude, I love Diablo 1. It's a very pure kind of game. I can't really explain it any better. What's Blizzard at? 16? Yeah, 16. We'll put it up there. I kind of want more VIT just in case. I know I have a lot right now, but we're gonna swap out gear probably pretty quickly here soon. But yeah, I think D1 is such a... It's hard to recommend to people because it's so not like Diablo 2, but it is at the same time. It's a lot slower if you're used to Diablo 2, which I think is a pretty fast-paced game already. It's absolutely a big difference in terms of, like, you know, just pretty much everything. Like, there's no running. There's running in town, and that was added with the expansion pack. So that wasn't actually in the game. Your character moves at a very slow, kind of... I don't even know how to explain it. I think there is ways to move slightly quicker, but it's just probably not that like important or exciting. It's weird. I mean, it's not bad. You get used to it though. You can kind of Iron Man a lot more. That's for damn sure. If you've ever played like any old rogue, it's pretty much like that. You're kind of relying on getting like lucky half the time, and I do like the early game of that game a lot. It's really rough. There's not very many quests. There's not very many, you know, doodads you have to fiddle with and shit like that. Let's go get Deckard Cain before I have an aneurysm. It's a very unique experience, is what I'm trying to say. It's... What? 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 Oh, do I even need this with me? I'm not sure. So, I just want to take it with me just in case. So... If you're really into, like, old-school rogues, D1 is solid. I mean, there's lots of mods for it as well. So it's like, if you're like, I don't know, this is kinda not my thing. There's Diablo 2 HD, sorry, Diablo 1 HD. It's not actually an HD mod, it's a recreation similar to... Well, there's a word for this, Seth. It's called total conversion. It's like a total conversion that adds Diablo 2 elements into it. So, how... Deckard... She doesn't even need to finish that sentence. Deckard... Deckard, double-decker taco. I'm so sorry, that was awful. That was beneath me. I'm in a good mood, so... I got my car's fucking renewed thing today. That sentence, anyways, yeah, I went and had my license renewed stuff. Not like the registration, Jesus Christ. The thing that the cops ask you for when you pull over because you're doing 800 miles per hour through a school. Yeah, that thing. Regrettably. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like, the guy was super cool. He, like, did it all, like, there. I was like, you're, like, the coolest dude ever. And he was super friendly. It was nice. I don't know, the DMV, I hate going to the DMV. Everyone who's been there knows precisely what I mean. I stand there in line for an hour half past 15. I smell like the DMV. If you've never heard DMV by Primus, you're missing out. I've seen Primus live twice, and that's always one of my favorite songs. It's not like it's insane, but it's just... It's a weird example of a self-referential, like, but really fun Primus song, because he references, C's a Cheese in that song. He does it in the stash?! Dude, I didn't know that. I fucking played Diablo 2 for years. I didn't know he could do that. Well, maybe it's just me. Well, no. He did it because I'm so fucking cool. Because I listen to Primus. I'm a good person. What was I saying? Oh yeah. If you never heard it, I'm just gonna do the bass line sound for you. And it's got this like fucking really cool electric distortion sound to it, and it's fucking sweet. That's one of my favorite Primus songs. It's just all about the agony of having to go to the DMV. I love Primus. They're one of my favorite bands. Why am I here? Why is anybody here? I don't need to be here. I need to be in Darkwood. Wait a minute. Oh, butthole. Damn it, I completely forgot to do that. That's a dumb moment. Wow. Seth, you've played Diablo for how long and you forgot to get the waypoint before you did the thing? You know what? You have every right to laugh. But if you do, you just need to give me some mana, man. That's what you need to do. That's just not cool, okay? Anywho, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, he did like the registration and everything, and like the plates and everything all at once. Because every year, I think it's 2 years in Oregon, you have to have your license like plates renewed. But they also have you renew your car's registration. Like, usually you have to do it after you move. What's really bullshit is I've already renewed my car's tags like a year ago, and then the registration expired. It's fucking stupid. I hate it. It's one of those things that it's... I'm not even mad. It's just one of those little dumb things. It's like, couldn't you guys have just renewed the fucking registration, but then you realize that's just what the DMV does. They just take your fucking money and your goddamn time away from you because they hate you. I hate going to the DMV. I do agree. Okay, so here's like the thing. You go to the DMV, alright, if you're playing along with me, let's make a little bingo card right now, okay? I'm not gonna put it up in editing because it's way too much work, but okay, so here's your DMV bingo card. Alright, you ready? Are you ready for this? Crazy homeless guy, slight possible... Maybe he's a Vietnam vet. He's got camo on. There's always somebody with camo on. They're not a redneck. They're probably like some crazy like Vietnam vet. There's always guy that's temper is about ready to erupt because he's been sitting there for about 40 minutes and he's just absolutely fucking at his wit's end. There's always teenager who is taking their license test for like the 3rd possible time and is very fucking nervous and looking around like the whole world is gonna end because they're a kid. Then, oh boy. Bonus points, someone brings a dog. There's always that one jackass with some sort of fucking dog they'll bring in there because they say it's an ESA, and it's totally not. They just want to bring their dog in because they're stupid and shitty. Then, oh boy, this is where it starts to... You're gonna hit a fucking bingo, bango, brongo real quite quick here. Alright, so... Then you've also got... Woman who doesn't have paperwork and tries to complain at the clerks... and then says, fuck you, you're an asshole, I'll have my... Basically, I think the word we're looking for here is Karen. She doesn't have anything ready. Unprepared person. They're generally a middle-aged woman. That's just the way it works. And then you have you. You're the free space in the bingo card. I hope you're happy with that. I mean, we all like the free space. The free space is cool. So yeah, there's your... If you can think of any more bingo, bango, brongo... please go right on ahead, but that's exactly what it's like every single fucking time you go to the DMV. Bonus points if there's more than one. That's another thing that can happen. There's sometimes more than one of these people. For me, it tends to be 1 to 2 crazy Vietnam vets. Oh, and there's always one guy who has, like, the cigarette, like... sorry. You don't know what I'm doing. I smoked 8 million cigarettes. Like that guy with like the vocal fucking modulator. There's always that guy too. Bonus points if he's also a Vietnam vet. You know, he's basically that dude from South Park, essentially, but it's so true. I'm dead serious. You may be like, wow, what an asshole you are. Dude, if you've ever been to the DMV and you've actually just sat there and looked around for more than... Oh, and there's always a woman with a baby. I forgot. That's another one. A woman with a baby and the baby's crying. That is another just... You have to. These are all things that are always there. This is just the DMV incarnate, okay? You don't have... You just don't have any say in the matter. It just happens every time you go there. That's a pretty cool early game pally, not gonna lie. I actually think that's pretty cool. Now you're probably like, how do you sell stuff with your inventory like this? You just move your charms over and into your stash. That's all you do. It's not very hard. But yeah, dude, that's like the DMV bingo card. How accurate was I to you? Because I feel like these are the exact things that happen every time. There is always these people, and you're probably like, oh no, you're just being harsh. No, this is true. This is exactly what every single time I've been to the DMV. It doesn't matter what day it is. It doesn't matter what fucking year it is, dude. They are always there. In 20 years from now, they'll be like pointless Iraq War, like, veterans instead. That's the only thing that's gonna change. You know, you have Vietnam vet, it's gonna turn into Iraq War vet. Like, that's... Dude, that's all that is. This is the DMV in speedrunning mode, okay? We don't talk about the DMV very much because we don't like to go there. But when you go there, you know exactly what it's like because you have suffered through the horse shit that is the DMV. I have completely zoned out what I've been doing in this game for the past like 5 minutes because I've been talking about the DMV. That's what Act 1 is. It's just the DMV, okay? Like, it's not that exciting. I've played Act 1 Nightmare like a bajillion times, so this is nothing new. And we're doing it with a fucking twink character, so we're also just sort of tearing ass. But to be fair, the only thing I'm wearing that's from the other character is this and these. That's it. These are the only things left from the initial start. I would have made lore. I don't really count that because I can make that anytime. It's just Tal... What is it? Tal F? Let me check. Oh, it's Ort Soul. It takes a little bit to make, but you can get that pretty quickly. Where the fuck is the dude? Where's... I'll make weapons from your bones! I love that guy. He has like the most dramatic voice in the game. What is my favorite Diablo monster? I don't know. There is none. They all die. That's... I don't have time to think about what they are. I just see them and they get killed, and then I don't care. I never think of it again. I can certainly tell you it's not, Mallet Lords. Mallet Lords are the worst enemy in Diablo 3, by the way. I think that them and the big angels that knocked you around, those were just awful. You see, if there's one thing I can praise Diablo 3 for is when it eventually did have a couple of enemies that were notably annoying, they definitely stuck out, like the fucking bees in Act 2. Yeah, that shit was awful. I'm glad that actually... That was one of the few things in that game I can always say, yeah, I'm kind of happy they did patch that out a bit because they were a bit shitty. Alright, let's... Oh, no, you fucking won't. I'd like to see you try, you cunt. Oh, holy shit, he can hurt me really good. Okay, let's... I'm sorry I called you that. Here, get stuck on this shitty geometry, you cunt. There we go. Ah! I died like a bitch. Okay, so... Hey, yo. You're not Charcy. You don't have boobs. You don't make things, Deckard. Hi there, I'm Charcy. Want me to put my weapons inside your hole? I got that completely wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I did all of that. That was all a just tragic, unpleasant experience. I'm so sorry. So yeah, you can see we're starting to have a lot of cost to revive, so... Try not to let my man die. But hey, we're gonna level up again here really quick. You will gain levels very, very, very quickly. Oh, god damn it, I don't want to do jail. I hate jail. Jail isn't a hard dungeon, it's just long. I think that everybody who's played Diablo in general can agree with me here. Jail isn't bad, it just takes for fucking ever. Especially Hell Jail, because Hell Jail is massive. If you don't know, in Diablo, the longer you play the game, difficulty-wise, not like length of time, but the longer the game goes on, in game cycles, the larger the dungeons actually end up getting. I really feel like I don't need that much more strength. Blizzard. You're a blizzard, Harry. I'm a what? A fucking blizzard. A thumping good one, I'd wager. There's this really old, like 2008 era fucking YouTube video where Hagrid calls him the word we can't say anymore. No, not that word, the other one. No, not that word, the other one. No, not that word, the other one. And, at the end of it, he, like, points at Dudley. It's all dubbed over, it's really funny. Because it's actually really badly dubbed, and I think that's what makes it so fun. And he says, "Oh, I believe that, you fat cunt!" And it's just one of the funniest things I've ever heard in a YouTube video ever. I used to not really drop the C-bomb very often. Now I think it's just a stress reflex. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I definitely have added the cunt word into my vernacular recently, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I used to not say it at all. I'm like dead serious. I just didn't say it, and then it's just a word that only feels negative. It's not the same as calling somebody a bitch. I don't call women bad words because I'm a proto-feminist. So, I don't know. I don't like to say it to people. I like to say it to video game monsters because you fucking cunt. It's so good. It rolls right off when you're really angry. That's what makes it such an offensive word. It just sounds as offensive as it is. It's offensive to say and it's offensive in meaning. It's like fuck leveled up, okay? It's a magical word. It's not very prevalent in America, if you're curious. I really should not have stood right there. That could have been... Well, that could have been a really bad time. I just fucking telefragged that shit. That was cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, fucking get it in ya, and then I fucking dunked on him. I don't know. I don't really drop cunt very often, but when I do, it's Dos Equis. Alright, yay, we're at the fucking thing finally. Give me that shit. Yeah! Give me that. Alright. So, Nightmare Andariel. Oh, you bitch, of course. There we go. I forget he's immune to cold. I always think he's immune to fire. Am I losing my mind, but is that unique replaced with, holy shit, this room. Isn't he replaced with a fire immune in MedianXL? And that's probably why I think that every time. I can't be losing my mind. Like, that's how it works, right? He's a fire immune in that game. He's called, like, Snotfire or something. If you never played Median, a lot of the enemies are different. There's obviously a lot of the same ones, but, like Diablo and Bale and all that shit, but, like, the actual, like, super uniques are in different locations, and there's, like, new ones here and there. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. You know, it also could be the fact that I have CPTSD, OCPD, MDD, and, like, exhaustion at all times, and I might have forgotten the immunities over the years because I've played this game so many times, a lot of things blend together after a while. I don't know, man. It could be a little bit of all those things. But I could have swore to God he was a, fire immune. Something, I think he is in Median. I don't know, I don't really play that much Median. I haven't kept up to date with the patch notes in a long time. I think the last time I played Median I was 20? No, I was like 19. Yeah, I was 19. I don't know, I don't remember very much of it. It was a really awful time in my life. So, I don't remember much of it. I do know it's... Oh my god. I'm so glad I have as much lightning as I do, because look at that shit. This was... If I didn't have resistances right now, this would be a lot harder than it actually is. And you're probably like, oh, it's because you're using twink gear. No. I've earned all these items, except like 2. The only thing actually... So Mage Fist isn't even like the best item I can get. It's just kind of okay. And Nagel Ring really isn't that good of a ring. But yeah, Nightmare Andariel. She has a 1 in 1,000 chance to drop an SOJ. What's an SOJ? Well, basically, it's the best fucking item for almost every caster build in the game. Stone of Jordan is like... I think it has a guaranteed roll of +1 skill. And then it also has I believe it's up to like 100 mana. Am I correct in saying that? It's 100 or 120. This is a really good seed. So yeah, it's in your best interest to farm her. If you want to get one by like just straight up pure grinding, you can do it. Also, I forgot to mention, static field in Nightmare mode does not do nearly as much as it would normally do. It does, I think... Oh, I don't know. It does something. It doesn't do full damage. Let's not die from poison. That would be really great. Okay. So now we've killed Andariel, yay, and got Sanders of our own. Cool. See, eventually that leveled out. That's not a bad starter belt, actually. Ooh, and a magic fine jewel. Look at me go, girl. Okay. But you know, we also have Wariv, my man. Let's go east. Hello, Drognan. I think that's Drognan. No, that's Wariv. I'm smart. You? Okay, let's... Well, first things first. Let's get our man. And we get our Nightmare follower.
I bet you wonder how this town manages to stay safe with all the trouble going on out in the desert.
I don't know, it just does. Alright, let's strip him down, boys. You know, Ashab, we've had a good time, but, we need somebody different. Kasim, what's going on, my guy?
I can't.
Well, you're gonna. And then here, overburdened? No, you're not. You don't know what overburdened is. Did I do the right thing? I feel like I did the wrong thing. I can never, ever, ever, ever... Oh, I need potions, what I need. That's the wrong thing already. Let's kill Radamant and get our free skill point, because that is extremely important.
Welcome. Allow me to advise you.
I hate Drognan. Drognan is like the shittiest merchant in all of Diablo. And you know why? Because look how fucking far he is from the stash. Normally I like Lysander, because look at Lysander.
How do I know I can trust you? There's nothing. The right portion.
Yeah, Lysander's dope, but he doesn't sell tomes. So, Lysander, you're like the hero we all need. Actually, no, fuck it. This is the end of the video. Go do something productive with your time.